The poultry sector is not a major pillar in the Cameroon economy, but plays a major role in food security and income generation to alleviate poverty. It contributes less than 1% to the gross domestic product and generates a net annual income of about 15 billion CFA francs and covers about 14% of the population's need of animal protein. Hence, the raison d'etre for this 5 days workshop for poultry farmers in the Southwest region is...
The reason why we are organizing this workshop is because we've realized that poultry farming in Cameroon and those who are actually involved are still not really versed with the most recent advances in poultry science, poultry nutrition, poultry husbandry, and all of that.
The role of poultry sector to the emergence of Cameroon and challenges to the state and smallholder farmers and process. For these 5 days, poultry farmers will be trained on...
There'll be 5 foundational principles of sustainable poultry production, and that is breeding and growing and feeds and feeding, and how to process and properly slaughter them, and how to market and educate farmers as we move forward.
In Cameroon, livestock production is still faced with major constraints like...
One of them is the high cost of inputs, day-old chicks, and there is no regulation, there's no control. Those also who are into the feed, sometimes the feed are of very poor and bad quality, and there is no control, no regulation. Everybody just opens his shop and sells whatever he wants.
Thus, some recommendations are made to the government.
To bring subsidy to product and to try to reduce this type of income in the transport, in the route, because you know that in our country the corruption is more in the route.
It should be noticed that the demand for poultry products, that is poultry meats and eggs, is increasing at an alarming rate, and these demands arises from developing countries like Cameroon.